time to put you out of your misery, because I mentioned earlier on that I've had a good week. It went quite quickly this week, but Thursday... What a day, Thursday. Well, Thursday morning was fine. It was Thursday afternoon. So Thursday afternoon, I decided, because lots of local businesses had decided to reopen, of course, last week. I thought, right, I'll go down into town. I haven't been for a while. I'll go and see what the town centre looks like. And I got there and there was loads of people. It was a lot busier. Lots of the smaller shops were open. Some still closed, but that's fair enough. And I was walking around. And as I was walking around, quite enjoying the atmosphere, we're all trying to space socially, and it's difficult when it's busy. I saw a friend of mine. So we stood and had a conversation. 2 meters apart, we didn't get too close. And we're chatting on and we got quite deep into a story. And we started to walk and I realised after a while that we were both going towards the same shop. Now, this shop entrance is quite wide. So we're going into the shop sort of side by side, but quite apart, if you see what I mean. And as we went in, I was aware, he was to my right-hand side chatting. I was aware he'd got his... his hand sanitizer bottle out, and he was putting sanitizer fluid on his hands. Well, of course, the guy in the shop doorway looked at me and said, would you mind sanitising, sir? There's a sanitising station to your left. So I hadn't got any. So, yeah, fair enough. So I'm standing talking to him to my right, and I'm pumping away at this button on the sanitizer station to my left, wondering why my left hand isn't getting wet. And eventually I thought, this is weird, and I broke off the conversation and looked at this little thing on the wall, and I gave it a really good push, like a real whack, and hit it, and this great big blob of fluid came out into my hand. I mean, it was massive. It was about a week's worth, and you can see the guy in the doorway going, oh, that's about a week's worth of fluid gone. So of course it's dripping all over the floor, and I'm sort of rubbing it in my hands, looking really embarrassed, trying to sort it out. I'm doing it now. And then I realised that the first 3 pumps that I actually done on the sanitizer bottle had actually come out sideways. They'd gone right down my front, in a place where you don't want sanitizer to actually be. Do you know what I mean? Yes, I look like I wet myself. So everybody's sort of giggling and looking away now, and I'm standing there with these wet jeans looking down thinking, how am I going to cover that up? So I had to go into the shop and do the shopping, and as I was walking around, there was a couple of ladies in there, and they were looking at me going, oh, bless him. He couldn't wait. And I thought, right, I've got to do something about this. Now, under normal circumstances, I would have gone to the Brunswick shopping centre and gone into the toilets there, used the air blower, the hairdryer, to blow it down and dry my jeans. But of course, the toilets aren't open, are they? So I thought, what can I do here? So I've got these wet jeans. I'm walking around a fairly busy Scarborough Town Centre with my friend who's doing nothing but giggle all the time, going, only you. So what I had to do in the end was go into Card Factory and buy the biggest card I could find, well, not the biggest, but certainly a big one, and walk around with it covering my embarrassment. So that was my Thursday afternoon. He just kept saying, only you. And I have to agree, what a faux pas.